Hey, my name is Thapelo Mashiane. I am a sound engineer, music producer, and I guess an artist now. This is a short peek into the behind the scenes of my latest project, Stages. Stages refers to the 5 stages of grief, and each track symbolizes a stage. The 5 stages go by denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. I also created the project to sound as if it was being performed on a stage to emphasize the feel of stages. Another thing is the name Stages comes from my partner, Sophie. She suggested that when I was looking to title the project. Even though we had all this meaning to it, I didn't have a name to it. So when I asked her, she had a few names, and one of them was Stages. So in the beginning of the year, I was pushed to let out my feelings or my emotions and show what I can do with a pen. And for a while, I had been sharing my ideas and my feelings through poetry and verses, I guess, to a selected few people. And they kind of pushed me and said, why don't you just make music out of these? My first step was to make therapy sessions. They are not necessarily songs, but they helped me take the first step into making songs. And then from there, I decided to move forward and create actual songs, which was a bit more of a project than the therapy route. This is not my first ever project that I've tried to put together, but it is my first official project that I've put out. Some of you may know about Elizabeth's Prayer, and that is a project I was supposed to put out years back. Back when I was actually pushing as an artist. And I had actually booked a proper studio and recorded that, did some mixing, and it was fine, but I didn't feel like it was my best. And so I shelved it. To this day, it's still somewhere in the PC. I've never lost it, but it just never felt like it was ready. Stages, on the other hand, felt like a project on its own, and so I approached it that way. Because Stages started off with the single that I made with Bender, that kind of gave me a direction, a standard, and Happy Family was out there already. And so from there on, it was just mainly working towards beating that standard, making sure that every song was above that standard. And that was my approach for the project. Working with other people was actually fun. A lot of fun. More fun I've had in years. And the fact that those people actually wanted to work with me and felt I had something beautiful going on, that actually made it so beautiful, natural. It all felt natural. I mean, the first beat was Simple from Bobby Locke. I don't think he intended for me to actually use the beat. He just sent it to me, and I had an idea, and I asked him what the purpose of this beat was for, if it was used or anything, if it was available. He gave it to me, and that same day I had something for him, and that's pretty much the flow of the whole project. Everything was just natural. Bender being on the project was him hearing what I had, and he just wanted to be on there. So that's just, it was a feeling thing. So it was fun. I honestly can't say hip hop because I'm from an era where hip hop is something a bit different, eh? And so I can't say hip hop, but I will say somewhere between hip hop and pop. Not all the way pop, not all the way hip hop, just somewhere in between there. Until I define it properly, I think it would take a few more songs for me to define where I fall in exactly. And then, yeah, hopefully we'll have a solid genre. My target audience is, I would say, anyone who really appreciates musicality, concept, you know, anyone who likes digging in and who likes poetry. And also it would be an age group of, let's say, maybe 20 to like mid 30s. Yeah. Obviously I surpassed those limitations that I had in my mind, but that was my initial thought of the people who might relate to the project. I am a musician. So yeah, I'm still discovering where I fully lie. So I guess I will see where the music takes me. So for now, I'm a musician. Your Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. Tidal. It's a journey. I really think you guys will love it, especially now understanding what I had in mind when I put together the project and what everything means. I really think you guys are gonna love what I've put together, and I do hope you enjoy it. Are you shy? This is Jorge, by the way, the genius behind all this work. I wouldn't have pushed as much as I did if it wasn't for him, probably. I've been told a lot of times to push, but it's just different when you have someone like him. So yeah, do get it for him.